USA/Azra's solo exhibition. Tears have the same colors. On the night of her exhibition, Azra walked the gallery without a name tag, blending into the crowd, eager to gather honest feedback about her work. She firmly believed in art's power to inspire, challenge, entertain, and heal, and she wanted to see how her pieces connected with others beyond words. She had agreed to include "If You Want to Be Held" in a private collection, deeming it too personal for sale. As she stood in front of the painting, two women nearby discussed its emotional impact on them, their voices a blend of admiration and understanding. A journalist approached her for an interview, and she agreed, intrigued by the opportunity. They moved to a quieter room for a 30-minute conversation. "First of all, congratulations. This exhibition is beautiful and seems to be quite successful. You've sold more than half," the journalist exclaimed, her enthusiasm infectious. "Thank you," Azra replied, her heart swelling with pride. "Your paintings are stunning," the journalist continued, her eyes lighting up. "Thank you," Azra repeated, feeling a warmth spread through her. "I noticed your exhibition showcases pieces that are either vibrantly cheerful or hauntingly dark. The contrast is quite striking," the journalist observed. "Very true," Azra acknowledged, reflecting on the duality of her work. "I'd love to hear about your experiences as an artist who has traveled extensively. Your journey must have been filled with incredible moments," the journalist prompted. "I was born and raised in Istanbul and have lived in France and Brazil," Azra began, her voice steady. "I've traveled extensively throughout Western Europe, immersing myself in art, culture, and history." "That must have significantly impacted your work," the journalist said, nodding. "Absolutely. The experiences I've had have shaped the fundamental values that guide me as an artist." Azra explained, a glimmer of passion in her eyes. "During our previous conversation, you expressed your strong belief in the transformative power of art to improve and heal our lives." "Yes, I believe that art communicates beyond words," she said earnestly. "It has the power to inspire, challenge, entertain, inform, and even heal." "Can you elaborate on what you mean by that?" the journalist asked, leaning in with curiosity. "Through art, we express ourselves and explore our emotions. It helps us gain a new understanding of ourselves and our society." Azra replied, her conviction growing stronger. "Our society?" the journalist echoed. "Yes, art has always been an influential medium to inspire individuals and unite communities. It communicates important messages that promote healing and spiritual growth. But first we must understand ourselves. As we create art, art can recreate us," Azra emphasized. The journalist paused, absorbing the weight of her words. "What about your statement? Art can help break down the walls of our differences." "I said that a couple of years ago because acceptance and community are essential. Cultural differences can create barriers. Traveling the world, I've seen that love and hate exist everywhere. Emotions transcend cultures and are at the core of art, which can help break down those barriers. In other words, tears have the same colors," Azra concluded. "That's profound," the journalist replied, clearly impacted by her insight. Shifting gears, the journalist continued, "Let's discuss your sculptural Impressionism style. Your landscapes are primarily in Impressionism, but you also incorporate elements of sculptural Impressionism, correct?" "Exactly. In 2006, I developed a unique textual approach to Impressionism," Azra explained, her confidence shining through. "Your landscapes beautifully capture the Impressionist style, while your sculptural Impressionism brings urban views and floral subjects to life. Meanwhile, your abstract works express a more introspective atmosphere through deeper, melancholic hues." "I'm glad I could convey my emotions through my art," Azra said, a smile gracing her lips. "For one of your paintings, I'd love to discuss If You Want to Be Held," the journalist said, her tone shifting. At the mention of the title, Azra felt a pang in her heart. That's a private collection, she replied cautiously. What I can tell you is that I've been working on that painting for over 2 years, and it has been a guiding force in my healing process. The journalist noticed a significant shift in Azra's demeanor, sensing the weight of the painting's backstory. I see. How about the spiritual connections through art series you mentioned? I'm quite passionate about art history, Azra admitted, laughter bubbling up between them. Through my education in art history, I realized that for centuries, the church used art as a religious teaching tool. And the journalist prompted, eager for more. Azra slowed, gathering her thoughts. My conclusion is that humans need to believe in a divine power for their spiritual well being, which is essential for overall health and happiness. A strong spiritual connection is genuinely transformative. It allows us to discover a greater purpose, connect with a higher power, and form meaningful relationships. Feeling she had delved deeper than expected, Azra attempted to reframe her perspective. What I'm trying to say is that spiritual connection allows us to make decisions that reflect our core beliefs and values. So you're saying that this connection enables us to make choices aligned with who we truly are, the journalist clarified. Yes, Ezra affirmed, her heart racing with the exchange. Wow, we've gone much deeper than anticipated, the journalist remarked, surprised. We did. Azra smiled, a sense of camaraderie forming. What does the future hold for art? The journalist asked, curiosity glimmering in her eyes. I don't know, but perhaps the real question is how art can change our lives, helping us reconnect, communicate, and find spiritual fulfillment no matter where we are. Azra replied thoughtfully,